What's going on YouTube? Tony here, back with a video on the Google Pixel 4a and the iPhone SE second generation right here. I've been getting bombarded with questions as to which device is better than the other. So in this video, I'm going to try to tell you guys the differences between which of the devices, and you guys decide which one is better than the other. So starting off with the Google Pixel, it is $349. You can pick it up on Amazon, which is probably sold out, Best Buy, which is probably sold out, and Google Fi and Google.com, Google Play Store devices. I think you can probably pick it up. But it's selling like hotcakes. There was just an article that I read this morning how they were out of they stopped selling them on Amazon because people were just they got overwhelmed with the volume of purchases. But enough of that. So the Pixel 4a undercuts the iPhone SE second generation is for $50. It undercuts it by $50. So you get larger display, larger battery, better battery, and you also get more storage. You get 128 gigs, which is double the storage of the iPhone SE, and you get 6 gigs of RAM. Also, you get a headphone jack. So you get the headphone jack, and you get really, really amazing cameras on this phone. When it comes to front and rear, you got 12 megapixels on the back, 8 megapixels on the front. We do have what they're calling punch hole camera in the front right there. So yeah, both cameras are real good. And yeah, that's the Google Pixel 4a. So the iPhone, oh, it also has a Snapdragon 730G. That's the processor. So the iPhone has, it's $399. It has 64 gigs. I think it has 2 gigs of RAM or 3. I can't really remember. And 12 megapixel cameras on the back, 8 megapixel cameras up front. The iPhone, to me personally, I think shoots videos a little bit better than the Pixel, but the Pixel, I think, takes photos a little better than the iPhone. So if photography is what you're looking for, Google Pixel 4a is probably going to be the best bet for you. But if videos what you're looking for, then I think that the iPhone SE is the one you're looking for. So they're both running 2 different operating systems. So this one's running Android 10, and the iPhone is running iOS 13.6 right now, I think it is. So I'm still using my iPhone as my primary phone. It has my main SIM in it, and I'm using the Google Pixel, which I just got on Google Fi and also on Mint Mobile. So it has, they both have eSIM. Do they both have eSIMs? I can't remember. I think they do. I think the iPhone has an eSIM and the physical SIM, and the Google Pixel 4a has an eSIM and the physical SIM. I think that's the new thing right now. So they both have dual speakers. The iPhone has wireless charging. So if you use wireless charging a lot, the iPhone has wireless charging. Also has an IP rating of IP67, dust and water resistance, which the Google Pixel does not. Not a big deal. They're both about the same size, so that's why I like these phones. They're both almost the same size, same height, same width. Google Pixel 4a is just a little bit taller and a little bit wider. Definitely lighter on the Google Pixel. It's a plastic, so it's lighter. iPhone heavier, has a metal frame. You can see there, it's more premium. There's no headphone jack, but the iPhone is definitely a more premium phone. And let me see, when it comes to taking photos, they're both, if I would put it in the category, I would say that the Pixels, all the Pixels, are in my first category. But number one, when it comes to photography, then number 2 would be the iPhones, and then number 4 would be Samsung. In that order is the way I would put them, and then will be like LG and fourth, and Motorola in fifth, and stuff like that, and they're on so forth. But that's my list. So you don't have to agree with it, but that's the way I put them. Um, it's been running pretty good, man. I haven't had any complaints with it. I'm getting longer standby time than I am on the iPhone SE. That I can definitely tell you. I'm getting like 24 hours of standby with about 5.5 hours of on-screen time with the Google Pixel 4a. It has a bigger battery, has a better battery life, and it has an AMOLED display, which uh, I think it's better. It gives you better efficiency. AMOLED panels tend to give you better battery efficiency. So on the iPhone SE, I'm getting my average was like maybe 15 hours standby, and I can get close to 5 hours of on-screen time, but my average is about 4.5 hours on-screen time with 15 hours standby. So that's what you're gonna see on these two phones. Um, 24 hours on one charge, about 15 hours on one charge with 4 hours and a half of on-screen time, and the Pixel would get me. I'm getting like 5.5 hours of on-screen time with 24 hours off the charger. So pretty good, man. It's doing real good. It's obviously gonna do better than the iPhone. It has a bigger battery and AMOLED panel, but yeah, they both take real good photos, like I said. Now, where you're gonna see a big difference is if you play games, excuse me, like on mobile gaming, like PUBG, Fortnite, stuff like that. The iPhone SE is gonna play them better. You can play them at the highest setting, and they'll run incredibly well. Um, the Pixel 4a, you can still play the games. They will still play. I played PUBG this morning, and they play great. Not at the highest settings. I just turned the app on and started playing it. So I didn't tinker with the settings. I didn't try to crank it up. It does play the games pretty good. Took a little longer to download than expected, but it's a big file. So, but yeah, where you're gonna see the difference is in gaming a little bit. Like I said, if you crank the settings all the way up, you'll definitely see it. But the iPhone plays a little bit better. And this is what I've seen. I've only had the phone for 4 days. So I did notice that when playing games. And another time that I noticed a difference, like in performance and whatnot, was when I tried to edit video on the Google Pixel 4a. All I did was I went into Google Photos and I tried to edit, and I noticed it took a little while to clip a video, and I was like, it's taking a little longer than expected, but you'll see it. You'll see the slowdowns, and that was after shooting video. I think I shot about a 15-minute video on the Pixel 4 XL, on the Pixel 4, Pixel 4a. I shot it in 1080p, 60 frames per second, just backyard, just recording, seeing, messing with the settings and tinkering with it. And then I try to edit that same video, make it shorter, from 15 minutes down to about 8 minutes or something like that. And I noticed it took a little bit, but if you don't do that type of stuff, if you just use your phone, social media, and occasional gaming like I do, you don't really edit your videos on your phone, so you don't have to worry about it. Then the phone should be fine. And I think it's a great phone. I think for the value, I think if I recommend an Android phone right now, this phone's going to get like 3 years of updates. Although the iPhone gets 5 years of updates, no one really keeps their phone 5 years. But on the resale side of things, it's a good selling point that your phone still gets updates. So that's why I think in my opinion, the iPhone's resale values stay higher than the Android resale values, because they get supported for a longer time. 5 years. You're not gonna keep the phone for 5 years. Let's say you keep it for 2. You still have 3 years left of updates. So when you resell the phone, the buyer sees that the phone still gets updated for 3 more years, and it's a selling point. It's just a selling point. That's why I think I believe that the prices for the iPhones, the resale's a little higher. They don't lose like Android phones, like Samsung. A year later, after you buy a Samsung phone, it depreciates a lot, and I think it's because you only got 1 year of update left. So people see that, and it's a purchasing um, thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's just what I think. But the Pixel 4a, 3 years of updates. The iPhone SE 2020, 5 years of updates. That's a consideration also. If you if you like iMessage, FaceTime, if you want the fastest updates when it comes to apps, like apps to get latest features, like the output, for instance, Snapchat filters, they always come out with the new filters. iPhone always gets them first, and then they'll trickle down to um, Android phones. When there's new apps that come out, like new games that come out, like Mario Kart or something, some new game that happens to come out, the iPhone will obviously get it first. They always seem to get the apps first for some reason. And this is me owning iPhones for a long time, and me owning Android phones for a long time, and me, from experience telling you this. But yeah, they're both great phones, and I'm making this video a little bit too longer than expected. I definitely could recommend the iPhone SE if you want that iOS ecosystem. And if you want that Android phone for the low, that is going to get the job done. It has fantastic photos, fantastic Google support, fantastic display, and battery life. Pixel 4a is the one I would definitely recommend for you. That's going to be it for this video. Drop a comment if I missed anything. If there anything you want to know about these two phones, drop it down in the comments and I'll try to get back to you in the comments. I'll be in the comment section a couple hours after I post this video. But if you like videos like this, drop a comment, let me know that you do. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We out.